Hello, everyone out there in Rumble X and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we're going to continue to talk about It Ends With Us. It Ends With Us. Everyone's favorite movie from last year, starring Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. Ooh, that's not the real story. The real story also co-stars Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift and a whole bunch of other people. It's insane. It's insane. I've never reviewed a movie like this before, okay, where there's actually an actual scandal going on at the same time that I'm reviewing the movie. Okay, usually I just review the movie, okay, but there's actual updates here and stuff going on. All right, well, I review this movie, and there's so much, and I can't review the movie without talking about the scandal. And it's hard to talk about the scandal because every single day there's a new development. There's something else that just happened. Okay, that I got to add that in there. Okay, I mean, this is crazy. Okay, I mean, all the clickbaiters out there are talking about this damn thing. Okay, we got Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, Popcorn Planet. Okay, all these like chick YouTube channels. Okay, that deal with gossip and stuff. They're all talking about this. All right. I mean, everyone's weighing in. Okay, and it's ridiculous because, as far as I know, most my guy friends are not talking about this. It's just the women that are talking about this. Okay, this is like a big deal. This is like a big controversy for women out there. Okay, for the Blake Lively fans. Okay, the Taylor Swift fans. Okay, we're still getting backlash from it. I mean, God, did you see the Super Bowl? Did you see the way Blake Lively was booed? Okay, I mean you can't tell me that this scandal has nothing to do with that. It most certainly does. Okay, she has fallen out of favor. All right. Although personally, let's face it, I know there's women out there that love football. Okay, I know plenty of women that love football, but the majority of football fans, okay, are men, straight men. Okay, and ladies, I hate to break it to you, but I'm gonna part with a man secret. This is something that men don't ever tell women. Okay, but I'm gonna let you know because after all these years, it's about time you found out. And you found out from someone that you can trust, someone like me, okay? I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? Please don't try prepare yourself. I don't want you to lose your shit, okay? But I'm about to tell you something very profound, okay? And here it is. Guys are going to hate me for this, but I'm going to tell you, all right? Here it is. Ladies, most men don't give two fucking shits about Taylor Swift, her songs, or who she's fucking. We don't care. We don't think about her at all. She's just an annoying bitch that shows up on our social media and we just scroll right past her. Okay? That's it. That's what most men think about Taylor Swift. We don't think about Taylor Swift. It's you women that think about Taylor Swift. It's you women that want to know what the fuck she's doing, who she's blowing, okay, and who she's hanging out with, and what party she went to, and what she's wearing, okay? I mean, it's you that give a shit about that stuff. It's not us, okay? I went to the movie theater last year, okay, when that stupid ass Taylor Swift movie came out, the concert movie she did, okay? I don't remember the fucking name of it, okay? And I saw a line of people, okay, coming out of that theater when that movie ended, okay? And every single one of them was a fucking woman. Everywhere from fucking 11-year-old girl to a fucking 55-year-old woman were coming out of the Taylor Swift fucking movie, okay? There were no guys there, is what I'm trying to say, because we don't give a shit about her. It's just like most of you ladies, you don't give a shit about fucking Sylvester Stallone. You don't, okay? Hell, even most young guys don't give a... Well, actually, I'm going to take that back because he does have a popular show right now. Tulsa King is very popular. So I know young men are watching that show. Okay, but for the most part, I mean, women are not drawn to Sylvester Stallone movies. Okay, there's nothing in it for them. It's usually about guy things. You see what I mean? It's usually about guy, and that's what Taylor Swift is. Okay, men aren't drawn into her. Okay, there's nothing about her that tells a straight man, I got to go see this. You see what I mean? But for women, there is. Okay, so you see where I'm going with that? Okay, we don't really give us two shits about Taylor Swift. Okay, and this whole scandal, all that's going on here with Blake Lively and this movie and Justin Baldoni, all this stuff here, Has a lot of interest with women and probably gay guys as well. But with straight men like me, we really don't give a shit. We really don't care. Okay, I don't care. I did not know who Justin Baldoni was until I found out about this movie. Okay, I never watched any of the TV shows he was on. Okay, I don't give two craps about him. To me, he's not even a real man. Okay, he's not a real man. Okay, he's a soy boy, male feminist pussy. Okay, and he acts that way probably because of the way he was raised. Number one, also because the industry that he's in. Okay, especially in the past. In case you haven't noticed, ever since Me Too, which is like 8 years ago when that started. Okay, Hollywood has been very anti-straight white men. Okay, for some reason, if you're a cisgendered guy, which I hate saying that word, but you fucking libtards love saying that. If you're a cisgendered white man, you're automatically a sexual predator. Okay. Okay, every woman has to. When a straight, white guy walks into the room, you automatically have to reach for your rape whistle or your mace. Okay, because all of us are sexual assaulters. Okay, that's basically the narrative that we've been getting fed. Okay, and so because if you're a guy, a straight white guy in Hollywood, and you're trying to get work, okay, then you're either gonna have to play an idiot. Okay, like for example, Chris Hemsworth played in Ghostbusters, the female Ghostbusters. You got to play an idiot, or you're gonna have to play an asshole, like the bad guy of the movie. Okay, you can be white and play the bad guy. That's fine. Okay, it's perfect. Okay, like for example, the Deadpool movie. Okay, who was the bad guy in that one? Okay, it was a white guy. Okay, that's okay. You ever watch like a show called I watched a show called Batwoman. Okay, all right, and that was woke as shit. I hate watch that show. Okay. But every episode, the bad guy was a straight white guy. Okay, now Batwoman was a white lesbian, but then they got rid of her after the first season. They wrote her off the show, okay, because Ruby Rose pissed off the producers or something, and they replaced her with a black lesbian. It had to be lesbian, right? You couldn't get rid of that. Okay, with a black lesbian. So of course, every single bad guy on the show was a white man, a straight white man. You see what I mean? Okay, so you can play evil. Okay, you can be an idiot. Okay, and you can also be a coward. Okay, a sissy. Okay, that's the old term that they used to use. A sissy. Okay, a pussy, a beta male, a guy gets walked on by women, or anyone else for that matter. Okay, hell, little girls will make fun of him and walk on him. Okay, and he's too much of an idiot. He's too much of a depreciated, emasculated man that he's not even aware that every woman in the room is making fun of him. You see what I mean? You can play that character too, and we see that all the time. Okay, he's the nerdy best friend. Every fucking show, okay, where you got like the nerdy guy that likes the girl, but she's not attracted to him. Okay, you know what I mean? That kind of a thing. Okay, we see it everywhere. Okay, every sitcom has that guy. Every drama has that guy. Every movie has that guy. Okay, those are the only 3 acceptable roles that a straight white man is allowed to play. Now, if you want a guy to be a hero, to be brave, and tough and all that, you can be white, but you can't be straight. You got to be gay. If you're gay, they will respect you in the movie. Okay, I watched a show once called Legends of Tomorrow. I quit watching after the 3rd season because the show got terrible. It's a superhero show, right? But there's a character on there named John Constantine. Okay, and I remember this is a woke ass show. Okay, woman's in charge, men are all pieces of shit. Every man's a beta male, right? Okay, the only cool guys are the black guys or something like that. Okay, as long as you're not white, you're okay. Okay, but even then, you better subordinate yourself to the gay people in your team and the women in your team, right? But they had a guy named John Constantine. He showed up there, and everybody started treating him with respect. Okay, now John Constantine is also a superhero. He's like a Doctor Strange type guy, but he's always smoking cigarettes. Anyway, he had his own TV show as well. He guest starred on Arrow, whatever. Okay, but he shows up here on the show Legends of Tomorrow, and everyone started treating him with respect. And it was weird because the leader was this ultra fucking bisexual feminist bitch, right? I mean, she's like what 5'4", okay, and maybe 110 pounds, and she's beating the shit out of guys that are like 6'4", 230 pounds every episode. Okay, but she's the leader of the team, right? Because a man can't lead the team; it's got to be a woman. All right, and John Constantine shows up, and everybody started treating him with respect. Like the black women on the team were treating him nice. The men that were all idiots, okay, were treating him nice. The gay guys were treating him nice. The lesbians were treating him nice because the leader's a lesbian. She's lesbian, okay? Like everyone was treating him with respect. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? This is unusual. Like he's white. He's a man. Okay? Like, and he acts like a man. And everyone's like treating him like an equal. Like, I thought maybe the producers, who were gay, by the way, the producers of the whole TV show were gay. Okay, they had a straight guy producer, but he got Me Too. He got fired. Okay, so the gay guys took over, right? And I couldn't understand what was going on here. Like, well, why are they doing this? Like, they're actually making him act like a man. Like, they're treating him with respect. I was actually starting to get interested now. I know it was only one character they were doing that to, but damn, it's something. It's something I can latch on to. Maybe they don't really hate all straight white guys. You see what I mean? But then, as the plot continued, as the episodes keep coming on, there was a subplot about him trying to find his long lost love. Okay, and the team was trying to help him do that. Okay, and finally, he does find his long lost love. Okay, and it's a fucking guy. So that's why they were all so nice to him. Okay? For us viewers, that was a plot twist. That was a surprise. Okay? I guess the whole point of that series of episodes was like, you never know who's gay. You see what I mean? Which is bullshit. Okay? You mostly know. All right? But like that was the reason they were treating him with respect. That's the reason he wasn't getting shit on. He wasn't being treated like an idiot or the joke or any of that stuff. He wasn't evil. Okay, he wasn't a coward. Okay, he didn't act effeminate, and he wasn't an idiot. Okay, he actually slept with the lesbian leader. Ended up being bisexual. Okay, which means that she'll fuck a guy if he's gay, but if he's not, she won't. She's disgusted by straight white men. Okay, so yeah, that's why. It's because it turns out he was gay. Okay, or bisexual. Okay, which is bullshit. There's no such thing. All right. Every bisexual woman ends up with a man, and every bisexual man ends up with a man. Okay, so don't give me that crap. Anyway, so that's why. Okay, the reason I brought up this example is because in Hollywood, you know that. Okay, especially today. Okay, for the past 8 years or so, you know that if you go into Hollywood and you're a straight white guy, okay, you're going to get cast as those things I told you about. You're an idiot. Okay, you're a beta male, or you're evil. So how are you going to play romantic lead if you're all those things? Okay, well, Justin Baldoni figured it out. Okay, you got to become a male feminist. You got to become non-threatening to women. You see, you got to be more like this so that women aren't afraid of you. They're not intimidated by you, because all powerful women, you can't have them intimidated by you. You got to be more of a friendly guy. Hey, you know what? I picked up this flower for you, and it made me think about you. And, well, I just wanted to make your day. So here. Now suck my dick. No. Sorry. No. But that's the point. Okay? So he can't just play this in the movie role or the TV shows that he does. He doesn't really do movies, all right? In the TV shows that he does. Okay? But he has to play that in real life. I mean, when he's talking to producers, when he's talking to casting agents, when he's talking to other TV stars or whatever, okay, anyone in the industry, okay, he's got to put on that act. He's got to come across as non-threatening. If he comes across like me, unshaven, tall, 6'2", deep voice, that's threatening. No, we can't have that. Not on our show. You see what I mean? But if you come across like, hey, hi, I was watching your show. I exploded with creativity when I saw that. Just like Dick knows Owen Wilson. And I was just like, wow. I would really love to just pull back my privilege and be a part of this collaboration, this passionate, wonderful collaboration that you've built from the ground up. I'm so in awe of you. Can I suck your dick? You see what I mean? Okay, he's got to play that in real life. So whenever you see him doing interviews, okay, where he's supposed to be himself, that's how he acts. That's the way he talks. Okay, he even wrote a book about how to do this, okay? He wrote a fucking book about it. All right? About surrendering, how to, man enough. How I got rid of my, what's it called here? God, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, it's called Man Enough, Undefining My Masculinity. undefining my masculinity. In other words, because he's masculine, he can't help it. He's got testosterone. He's born with a penis. He can't help acting masculine. It's just kind of coming out of him without his control. Okay, he found a way to override that because there's something wrong with that. Okay, even this movie, It Ends With Us, is about the problem of domestic violence. And when I mean domestic violence, I don't mean about the women that beat the shit out of their husbands and boyfriends, and then men are too afraid to go to the cops because they're going to get laughed out of the police station, and no one's going to believe them anyway. You know, and if the guy tries to defend himself, you know, then he's going to go to jail for assault. You see what I mean? That's the real problem, but nobody's making movies about that. Nobody's making movies about that. No, we got to go back to the tried and true, you know, from the 1970s and 80s, you know, the burning bed where the husband just beat the shit out of the wife, and his wife beater, literally it's called a wife beater, okay? Because the guys always wore those back in the 80s when they were beating the shit out of their wife, okay? You know, we got to go back to that trope because that's a real serious problem. You know, it's all about feminism and strong, independent women that can overcome any adversity. You see what I mean? That's what Justin Baldoni is. That's how he's trying to pitch himself to Hollywood. Those are the type of movies that he's trying to make to show men how toxic they are, how terrible they are, and how they need to do better. In fact, read my book. It'll show you exactly how to cut off your penis. You see what I mean? That's how he promotes himself, okay? He has an internal misandry. He hates the fact that he's a man. So he has to take on some feminine characteristics in order to feel non-threatening, in order to come across as non-threatening to gay guys and to women, so that he can continue to work in the chick flick genre, which is what he's doing, okay? He does chick shows, okay? Can you imagine Justin Baldoni doing a fucking action movie? Can you imagine him playing Captain America? He would try to talk about, you know, the Red Skull's feelings and shit, and try him to try to talk about his childhood and shit like that, okay? And how we're all survivors. It's like, get the fuck out of here. That's what Justin Baldoni would do. Like I said, he doesn't represent men. He represents a safe idea of men, okay? He's a pussy, he's good looking, and he's non-threatening. Okay, so that means a woman can fuck this guy, look good in a photograph with him, but ultimately she's going to tell him what to do, and he's rich, and he's going to spend his resources on her, okay? She's not going to have to buy her own pay for her own dinners or anything kind of shit. He's going to pay for that shit. He's going to buy her nice clothes. He's going to take her to those exotic locations in Greece and Italy, okay? And in exchange, he looks good so she can show him off to her friends, but she's the one in charge. She can easily manipulate him because he's an idiot. She's going to lead the relationship because he has no confidence. You see what I mean? Okay, this is exactly what feminists want. A man that that looks good, that can provide for them financially, okay, and is too stupid or too, too much of a beta male to get better than her. Okay, therefore he's going to be faithful. He's got no confidence, so he's going to be faithful to her. And that way she can fuck him over whenever she wants, because she's the boss bitch. She's in charge of her own sexuality. That kind of thing. You see? She gets all the benefits and none of the responsibilities. And that's exactly what feminists are pushing. Okay? And that's exactly what the chick flick genre is, for the most part, especially today in 2025. And that's what Justin Baldoni represents. Okay? The beta male cuck. Okay? He's going to portray men as weak, as stupid, or as evil. Okay? And this movie displays all these things. Okay? It's the perfect trifecta right there of his character. And not just his character, but all men in this movie are that way. Every single one. There's not one realistic man in this fucking movie. Okay? Not one. All right? And there's a reason guys don't watch these movies. If guys were watching these movies, you'd see a big uproar about the way guys are being portrayed. But guys don't watch this shit. I'm the only one, okay, that watches this shit. Okay? Because I review it. That's what I do for my channel. I created this channel because there wasn't one. There wasn't a straight guy reviewing this shit. Okay? It was all gay guys and middle-aged women reviewing chick flicks. Fuck that noise. Okay? Or a guy, a Justin Baldoni type guy who's straight, but he puts on the non-threatening when I want to talk about, let's talk about the journey that we went through in watching this movie. Oh, by the way, I eat pussy. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. One of those guys, like Justin Baldoni. You see, I'm not any of that shit. Okay? Fuck that noise. I'm going to tell you the truth. That's what I do here. Whether you like it or not, straight man's point of view. All right? Good. Now I got that out of the way. Now let's talk about the scandal. All right? I said, I got no love for Justin Baldoni. Okay, I got less love for Blake Lively. From what I've discovered so far, Blake Lively is the one coming across as the bad guy here. Okay, not that Justin Baldoni is a good guy, but that he is the lesser of the two evils. All right. So moving right along. Okay, let's talk about a big part of the scandal. Basically, what happened is Blake Lively was doing her marketing, her press tour for It Ends With Us. She was doing that in the spring of last year, 2024. Okay, and during her interviews, she came across as a bitch because instead of talking about the movie, she was mostly talking about her hair care products that she's selling and her booze that she's selling called Buzz. Yeah, it's the name of her liquor. Okay, or her beer, whatever, wine cooler, the fuck women are drinking, okay? It's called Buzz. She's trying to become like Gwyneth Paltrow is with Goop, okay? She's selling her merchant. During her interview, she's trying to promote her merchandise, okay? None of that money goes into the producers of this movie's pocket, okay? So she's using the marketing budget, okay, that Justin Baldoni, he's the producer of this movie, that he came up with, okay, for his company, Wayfair Studios. She's using that marketing budget to do commercials for her products. Okay, he does not get a cut of that, all right? You see where I'm going with this, okay? So she's doing that, so she's coming across as a bitch, okay? And some reporters are writing that, like, Blake Lively, she's talking about her hair care products and stuff, and we were trying to talk about the movie, that kind of thing, all right? So she starts to get some negative press. Now, Blake Lively believes that it's Justin Baldoni, okay, that's been leaking negative information about her to the media, and that's why she's getting negative press, okay? Justin Baldoni says, no, she did that to herself. She came across as a bitch. She's tone deaf. Her interviews were she was tone deaf, okay? That's what Justin Baldoni said, all right? Well, Blake Lively doesn't believe that, so she decides to get revenge on him. She goes to the New York Times, which is a super liberal fucking newspaper, okay? And she starts leaking information to them about the behavior of Justin Baldoni on the set. Okay, and spreading gossip about how all the cast members hate him and how he's this and he's that and blah, 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 and I don't like working with him either. And everybody knows what a terrible director he is. That kind of a thing, all right? So the New York Times publishes this thing, okay? Anonymous source, but the only person who could have given them this information was Blake Lively, okay? Well, Justin Baldoni sees this. He gets pissed off because this is smearing him. Blake Lively has a lot more money because of her husband, Ryan Reynolds, than Justin Baldoni does, all right? So he's worth like $6 million and she's worth like $30 million and her husband is worth like, $100 million, right? So, because he's Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, that's why. Okay, so he reads this and he talks to a lawyer and he decides to sue the New York Times for defamation of character for $250 million, all right? That's what he does, okay? Now, during this case, there will be a discovery phase. If they don't settle out of court, it's going to be a discovery. Obviously, Blake Lively will get subpoenaed and all that kind of stuff's going to happen. So Blake Lively counters this by filing a sexual harassment suit. And she does this on Christmas Eve of 2024. She files a sexual harassment suit against Justin Baldoni. Apparently, she was being sexually harassed the entire time she worked on that movie. Boom, because remember, Me Too, right? Me Too, okay? Believe all women. If a woman says it, that means it happened, okay? And if the guy gets exonerated, it doesn't matter, okay? He's still a piece of shit anyway. That just means he got away with it. You see what I mean? That's basically what's going on here, okay? That's the Amber Heard story when she got busted lying about Johnny Depp, her ex-husband, okay? Her excuse was, it just means that he got away with it. That men are still getting away with it everywhere. Even though we know for a fact she fucking lied about it because he videotaped her conversations, all right? Anyway, so Blake Lively files a sexual harassment lawsuit on Justin Baldoni, okay? This potentially will destroy his career, okay? Immediately after she did that, his management, his agency, his talent agency, okay, which is William Morris Endeavors, WME, that's his talent agency, okay? They dropped him the next day. Okay, so now he has no agent. Okay? So basically his career is shit. All right? He has just been accused of sexual harassment in public, no less. All right? Okay, so his career is done. He's been accused. His career is done. He's not going to recover from this. Even if he's exonerated millions of dollars later, many years later, after everything's gone to trial, blah, blah, blah. Even if he wins, okay, he still loses. You see what I mean? He still lost everything. All right? Because believe all women, right? Because Me Too, right? Okay, so that's what Blake Lively does, okay? Justin Baldoni immediately counters this with a lawsuit against Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, okay? He files a lawsuit against them, okay, for $400 million for defamation of character and for trying to take control of the movie It Ends With Us. Now remember, Justin Baldoni has the rights to the movie. He also has the rights to the sequel. He bought them from Colleen Hoover. Okay, his company, Wayfarer Studios, owns the rights to the book and to the movies. Okay, he's also the director. He's also the producer. Okay, he's involved in every aspect. He's also one of the leads. Okay, so a lot of himself is invested into this movie. Okay, and here he's got a star who's trying to take control of it. Okay, Blake Lively was hired as an actress. That is it. That is it. Okay, and she took a low paycheck. I think it was like $3 million. He only got paid $250,000 for his acting. Like, he paid himself $250,000 to be one of the leads in this movie, in his movie. He paid Blake Lively $3 million, which is low for her. She usually gets paid more than that. But let's face it. Okay, this is a series of books. It's not just one book. Okay, so we're talking franchise here. Okay, Blake Lively's husband Ryan Reynolds knows all about franchises. Okay, he's in one right now. Okay, the Deadpool franchise, making a lot of money off the Deadpool franchise, all right? And he's also now in the Fast and the Furious franchise playing a character. So he knows about franchises, okay? Every movie that Ryan Reynolds does, whether it's the, what's the one where he's like the non-playing character in the video world, okay? That was on Netflix, or whether he's the imaginary friend. All these are franchise starters. If any one of these movies is a success and makes money, you're going to see a lot more sequels of those, okay? He's trying to collect IPs so that he can continue to work, okay? It's the Tom Cruise school of filmmaking, okay? You get into a franchise that's successful, and then you do other stuff. And when your movies flop, you go back to your franchise, you do another Mission Impossible. Then you go do an Edge of Darkness. If that flops, you go back, you do another Mission Impossible. And then you go do The Mummy. And if that flops, you come back, you do another Mission Impossible. As long as you've got the Mission Impossible movies, you're going to continue to work. Okay, that's your lifeboat. That's your life raft. Okay, and that's what Ryan Reynolds was trying to do. He's trying to gather fucking franchises. You know, he's throwing all this shit on the wall and seeing what sticks. Right now, Deadpool is sticking, okay? But the most money-making actors out there are the ones that have multiple franchises. You see what I mean? Like Vin Diesel's been trying to do that, okay? About 10 years ago, every movie Vin Diesel was in was a franchise starter. He tried to restart the whole Chronicles of Riddick franchise, but it flopped, okay? He's already in Fast and Furious. That's a franchise in itself. But he's trying to get other franchises, okay? He tried to do like what was it? The Witcher, or not The Witcher, but like the Witch Hunter or some shit like that. That was supposed to be a franchise. It didn't work, okay? So, you know, they did a Bloodsport, I think, or Blood. I can't remember. Another superhero comic book guy, Bloodline, or I think it was called Bloodsport. I'm not really sure. Blood something, right? He tried to do that one, but that one came out right when COVID hit, so that movie bombed. Okay, but the point is they're trying to do franchises. Okay, Blake Lively's trying to do a franchise, like her husband is. Okay, she's trying, and the way she's gonna make the majority of her money on this franchise is if she takes control of it. Well, how can she take control of it? Okay, like I said, Justin Baldoni has the rights. Well, there are, in the contracts that everybody signed, okay, there is a morality clause in there. If Justin Baldoni does something wrong, okay, she can take the movie away from him. Okay, she can take the movie away from him. Okay, whereas then her husband, Ryan, will come in, buy up the rights, okay, because he'll have to sell it. Now they own the franchise. You see what I mean? Now it's their franchise. Okay, and Ryan Reynolds already did this. He did this with Deadpool. Okay, the first Deadpool movie, he did not own the rights to Deadpool. Okay, he was just the actor, and he was a co-producer. Okay, but when the sequel came out, he took over everything. He fired the director Tim Miller, who went off to do fucking Terminator, Dark Fate. Yeah, and it sure was. It ruined the franchise. But he took over with Deadpool 2, and of course he had complete control of Deadpool 3. All right, so he's taken over a franchise before. He knows how to do it. Okay. And it's probably he was advising his wife. Okay, we're going to trump up some charges on him, make it look like he sexually harassed you, get the public against him, because all that matters is that the public believes her and not him. She has a huge female fan base. I mean, her best friend is Taylor Swift, for Christ's sake. She's always going to the games when Taylor Swift goes to see her boyfriend, you know, lose at the Super Bowl. Okay, you know, Blake Lively's usually there, although she wasn't there at the Super Bowl this time. Okay, but anyway, Blake Lively's always arm in arm with Taylor Swift, okay? So she's associated herself with Taylor Swift, okay? So you automatically, when you think of Taylor Swift, you think of Blake Lively now, and vice versa. And that's what they want you to think, because they want Taylor Swift fans to go see Blake Lively's movies. Okay, you see what I mean? That's how this works. It's all by association. Okay? And her public figure, her Q score, says that she is popular because of who her husband, Ryan Reynolds, and because of her best friend, Taylor Swift. And she's using that clout to threaten and intimidate Justin Baldoni. And that's what she was doing here, okay? Now, obviously, Blake Lively does not say any of this stuff. She says her response to this whole thing was this thing called DARVO. Okay, now DARVO stands, okay, what Blake Lively said, her response to the lawsuit that Justin Baldoni filed against her and her husband, was that she claims that Baldoni is just reading from another chapter of the sexual harassment handbook. This is what men always do. They blame the victim. It's called DARVO. Yes, it's called DARVO, okay? DARVO, D-A-R-V-O. The D stands for deny, the A, attack, the R, reverse, the V, the victim, and the O, offender. Okay, so deny, attack, reverse, the victim, and the offender. Okay, so basically what she's saying is all sexual harassment guys do this. Okay, is first of all, they say they didn't do it, okay? And then they attack the person accusing them. They reverse it. So now the victim is now the offender, and the offender is now the victim. Okay, all sexual predators do this. Every single one. Well, if it's a man. Okay, and so what she's trying to do is trying to shift the narrative, okay? The other cast members also had negative experiences with Baldoni, okay? So she's out there saying this, okay? This is just Baldoni's doing what all sexual predators do. You know, DARVO, deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender, okay? And then she also leaked out stuff that, you know, all the cast members and crew want nothing to do with Baldoni. They hated working for him, including the author of the book, Colleen Hoover. Even she unfriended him, okay, on social media, okay? Quit following him, okay, on X, that kind of thing, all right? So that's her evidence to prove that Justin Baldoni's lying, okay? She's like, he's basically using the same argument that all sexual predator men use, which is, she wanted it, it's her fault. Yeah, basically that's what she's doing, okay? And apparently, for some reason, she also edited the movie herself. Okay, Justin Baldoni was trying to be nice to her and give her 2 days in the editing, because he's the director. He's the one that edits the movie, right? He hired an editor to do it. He supervises the editing, right? Well, Lively basically fired them and brought in the editors from Deadpool and Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds editors that worked for him, and they edited their own cut of the movie, okay? And they presented that cut to Sony, okay? Okay? And she claims that when Justin Baldoni says that, oh my God, Blake Lively came over here, she fired my editor, brought in her own editors, and edited her own version of the movie, and then she presented that to Sony. The last time I checked, she's just an actress. She's not allowed to do that. This is what she did to me. You know? She went behind my back and cut her own version of the movie. I'm the director. Okay, well, Blake Lively counters that by saying, like, Sony asked me to cut a version of the movie. Sony asked me to do it. You see what I mean? Well, Baldoni says that Blake Lively is denying them their own ability to defend themselves. Okay, fuck this DARVO shit. Okay? By doing all this stuff, they're trying to stop him from being able to talk against her. To refute any of her claims, okay? Okay? He kindly addressed she had a lot of concerns, but she had a lot of gripes about the movie while they were filming. He addressed all of them. He bent over backwards. He acquiesced to pretty much everything that she wanted, okay, despite the fact that she was a prima donna bitch. She was writing her own scenes, okay, or she had her husband rewrite her own scenes. She was picking out her own wardrobe, and when the money for the wardrobe budget ran out, she made them come up with more money to buy more clothes for her, okay, until she was happy with the way that she looked in the movie, okay? You know, she did all this stuff, all right? And he tried his best as he could to make her happy, okay? Because she was a prima donna on the set, okay? Okay, but he addressed all of her concerns, Okay, according to Baldoni, he addressed all of her concerns and he never called her out. He never insulted her or talked bad about her while they were filming the movie. Okay, he had so much shit to worry about. The last thing he wanted to do was offend his star. Okay, he had to make that release date. He had a contract with Sony. If she causes problems and they got to halt production for whatever reason, okay, he's going to lose that release date. He's going to owe Sony a lot of money and his career will be ruined. Nobody will let him produce or direct a movie again. You see what I mean? He had a lot more to lose here than Blake Lively. All right. Okay. And according to him, she did all this because he would not give her total control of the movie. So because he would not give her total control of the movie, he had to step in and remind her, hey, I'm the director, I'm the producer, I'm one of the stars. Okay. You're just an actress, okay? She's not gonna have that. She has to take over the movie, okay? Because she's trying to to pirate this fucking franchise away from him, okay? Now, Candace Owens, okay, as you know who she is on YouTube, right? Candace Owens thinks that all of this is Ryan Reynolds' fault. That's her theory, okay? That behind this, okay, is all Ryan Reynolds, okay? That Blake Lively probably had an affair, or at least an emotional affair, with Justin Baldoni, okay? And so now Ryan Reynolds wants to destroy Justin Baldoni, okay? This is what Candace Owens says. I'm not really sure. I don't think Blake Lively would fuck Justin Baldoni. He's too much of a beta male. But then again, maybe he knows when to turn it off when he has to, you know? Okay? If you notice something about Justin Baldoni, he'll go from talking like, hey there, Blake, you know, great to see you today, to, oh, Blake, I just want you to know that our conversation was the most explorative and just unbelievably collaborative conversation that I've ever had with someone just like you. Like that. He'll do the seductive voice, okay? I've heard it. I've heard the phone messages he left, okay? He'll do shit like that, all right? So he knows when to turn it off at the right moments, okay? But I think that, so maybe with that, she might have fucked him, you know? But then again, I mean, she was pregnant. She just given birth to her baby when she did. Who knows? I don't fucking know. Anyway, okay. And his wife was on set. Just about his wife was on set all the time. And she's in the movie too. She had a small role in the movie as well. All right? Okay. So why would you sexually harass a woman when your wife is there? You know? Anyway, so... Candace Owens believes that Justin Baldoni basically sucked up to Blake Lively, okay, out of fear. Okay, out of fear that she would halt the movie, that she would slow down the movie and ruin his career. Okay, so that's where we are so far. Okay, I know these videos are long, but damn it, there's so much to say here. Okay, I will be back shortly and I will continue talking about this movie. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.